mist rising through ancient moss-draped forests, the salty tang of Pacific beaches, and tide pools teeming with colorful sea stars. Welcome to Washington's Olympic Peninsula, where rainforests meet rugged coastlines in one of America's most diverse landscapes. I'm Daisy, and I'm about to show you how this Pacific Northwest wonderland offers the perfect blend of natural beauty, wildlife encounters, and family adventures that won't break the bank. Before we dive into this wilderness experience, hit that subscribe button to join our travel family and never miss a budget-friendly adventure. We're exploring the best of the Olympic Peninsula in 4 adventure-packed days. Total drive time, just 5.5 hours for the entire loop, making this the perfect stress-free nature getaway. Day 1, Hurricane Ridge and Lake Crescent. We're starting our Olympic adventure at Hurricane Ridge, the park's premier alpine destination. And here's an insider secret. Arrive before 9 a.m. to experience these mountain meadows without crowds and to spot black-tailed deer during their most active feeding time. The morning light breaking through mountain mist creates absolutely magical photo opportunities. As you drive the winding road to the summit, pull over at milepost 25, a viewpoint most tourists completely miss. On clear days, you can see all the way to Vancouver Island, Canada. At the top, the Hurricane Ridge Visitor Center offers panoramic views of glacier-capped mountains and wildflower meadows. Parent hack: skip the crowded main trails and instead take the Hurricane Hill Trail just 1.5 miles past the visitor center. The first half-mile is paved and perfect for strollers while offering the same spectacular views as more difficult hikes. Morning hikers often spot Olympic marmots. These adorable fuzzy creatures are found nowhere else on Earth. For lunch, we're heading to the historic Lake Crescent Lodge, where Theodore Roosevelt once dined. Their local trout sandwich for $16 features fish from nearby waters. Local secret: ask for a table on the sun porch facing the lake. These seats fill quickly, but offer million-dollar views of this crystal-clear glacial lake. After lunch, we're experiencing something most tourists completely miss: the Lake Crescent Log Cabin Resort's kayak rentals. At $25 an hour, you'll paddle through waters so clear you can see 60 feet down on calm days. The western end of the lake, near Marymere Falls, is both less crowded and more sheltered from winds. Timing tip: 2 to 4 p.m. offers the best balance of warm temperatures and calm waters. As afternoon transitions to evening, we're taking the short half-mile trail to Madison Falls. This wheelchair-accessible path leads to a 40-foot waterfall perfect for cooling off. Most visitors rush through in 15 minutes, but locals know to spend time looking for Olympic salamanders in the clear pools. Their vibrant colors make them natural celebrities for kids. For dinner, we're experiencing Pacific Northwest cuisine at its finest at Next Door Gastropub in Port Angeles. Their blackberry glazed salmon at just $22 showcases local flavors, while kids love the cedar plank grilled cheese for under $10. Early bird tip: arrive before 6 p.m. to avoid the dinner rush and to catch their happy hour specials. Tonight, we're sleeping in history at Lake Crescent Lodge, where rustic 1916 cottages sit right at the water's edge. The Roosevelt Fireplace Cottage, at $229 a night. Offers the most authentic experience, with views similar to those the president enjoyed. Day 2. Ho Rainforest Magic. Our second day begins with a scenic drive to the Ho Rainforest, one of the largest temperate rainforests in the United States. Here's a time-saving secret. Breakfast at the New Day Cafe in Port Angeles opens at 6 a.m., allowing you to hit the road early and reach the Ho by 9 a.m. before the ranger station gets crowded. The Ho receives over 140 inches of rain annually, creating an enchanted landscape where trees wear cloaks of hanging moss and ferns carpet every surface. The morning mist filtering through ancient trees creates an atmosphere straight from a fairy tale. Parent win: the Ho's Hall of Mosses Trail, 0.8 miles, is perfect for families. For lunch, we're enjoying a picnic beside the turquoise waters of the Ho River. Local hack: stock up the day before at Country Air Natural Foods in Port Angeles, where their pre-made sandwiches feature local ingredients. The picnic area's covered pavilion means even rainy days won't dampen your meal. Our afternoon brings us to Ruby Beach, the most photographed coastline in the park. What makes Ruby unique are the dramatic sea stacks and driftwood scattered across black sand, peppered with colorful stones. Arrive at 3 p.m. when most day trippers have left, and the afternoon light creates perfect conditions for photography. Beach exploration tip: check the Tide Charts app before visiting. Low tide reveals hidden tide pools teeming with starfish, anemones, and tiny crabs. For dinner, we're visiting the historic Kalaloch Lodge's Creekside restaurant. Their cedar plank salmon, starting at $28, is legendary, but the real star is the view. Panoramic Pacific Ocean vistas with potential whale sightings right from your table. Timing hack: their 4:30 to 6 p.m. early bird special offers the same menu at reduced prices plus the best window seats. Tonight, we're staying in the iconic Kalaloch Lodge cabins, perched on a bluff overlooking the Pacific. Bluff cabins starting at $199 offer the most dramatic ocean views. Room tip: request cabin 16. It has the largest private deck and is perfectly positioned for both sunset and sunrise views over the water. Day 3. Coastal Wonders and Makah Culture. We're starting Day 3 with an unforgettable sunrise experience at Tree of Life, a massive Sitka spruce growing on an eroded sea cliff with roots spanning empty space. After our early start, we're enjoying breakfast at the Kalalak Lodge. Ask for a window seat on the north side. Gray whale spouts are often visible as they feed just offshore during morning hours. Our morning journey takes us to Lake Ozette and one of Washington's hidden treasures, the 3.1-mile boardwalk trail to Cape Alava, the westernmost point in the contiguous United States. This well-maintained wooden path through lush coastal forest protects fragile wetlands while providing easy hiking for all ages. Wildlife spotting tip. Walk quietly around Mile 2 to spot Roosevelt elk that often graze in small meadows beside the trail. For lunch, we're visiting the Makah Cultural and Research Center in Nia Bay. Before exploring the museum, enjoy traditional fry bread tacos at Pat's Place across the street. These Native American specialties feature local seafood and seasonal ingredients. Budget tip: museum admission is just $7 for adults, $5 for kids, and includes a guided tour if you arrive at 1 p.m. Our afternoon brings us to breathtaking Cape Flattery, the northwesternmost point of the continental United States. The easy 0.75-mile trail ends at wooden platforms overlooking sea caves, distant lighthouse views, and often spotting orcas and sea lions. Most tourists rush through, but local photographers know to bring a small camp chair and wait patiently. Marine mammal sightings increase dramatically if you spend at least 30 minutes at the overlooks. Family adventure tip. The trail features interpretive signs sharing Makah legends about local landmarks. For dinner, we're stopping in the fishing village of Sequim at By the Bay Cafe. Their fish and chips for $16 features the morning's catch, and portions are generous enough to share. Request a table on the covered deck where you can watch fishing boats return with their catch. Captains often show off prize salmon right on the docks. Tonight, we're staying at Olympic Lodge in Port Angeles, strategically positioned for tomorrow's adventures. Their heated pool provides the perfect place for kids to unwind after a day of exploration. Room tip. Request a second-floor mountain view room for balcony views of the Olympic Range that are especially spectacular at sunrise. Day 4. Lavender Fields and Hurricane Ridge. Farewell. Our final day reveals the Olympic Peninsula's surprising diversity with a visit to the lavender farms of Sequim, pronounced Sequim. This town sits in a rain shadow created by the mountains, receiving just 16 inches of rainfall annually compared to the nearby rainforest's 140 inches. For the most magical experience, arrive at Purple Haze Lavender Farm right at 9 a.m. opening. The morning light through the lavender fields creates stunning photo opportunities, and you'll beat the tour buses that arrive around 10 a.m. Entry is free, and you can cut your own bouquet for just $10, a fragrant souvenir that will perfume your car for the journey home. Parent hack: kids love the lavender ice cream only, $5. Available at the farm store. For lunch, we're visiting Nourish, a farm-to-table restaurant housed in a historic 1934 farmhouse. Their lavender lemonade and garden vegetable quiche feature ingredients grown on site. Our afternoon brings us back to Hurricane Ridge for a farewell view of the Olympic Mountains, but from a different perspective. The Hurricane Hill Trail offers a 3-mile round-trip hike to panoramic vistas, where on clear days, you can see Canada, Seattle, and the Pacific Ocean simultaneously. Well, fellow travelers, our Olympic Peninsula journey has come to an end. But your Pacific Northwest adventure is just beginning. Ancient forests, rugged beaches, and wildlife encounters await your discovery. I hope this trip has inspired you to pack your bags and set out on your own exploration of this natural wonderland. Thank you so much for joining me on this wilderness journey. Your support means the world to us, and we're grateful for every like, comment, and subscribe. Speaking of which, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell to join our travel family. Drop a comment below and tell us which Olympic experience you'd most like to try, or a hidden gem you've discovered on your travels. I'm Daisy. Thank you for watching. Remember, sometimes the most magical destinations are hiding just off the highway, waiting to be discovered. Safe travels, everyone, and we'll see you on the road.